Hi, Jules. It's Jeannie West, your sales director. And it is, oh my goodness, it is a week and a half till, not even a week and a half, a day and a half till Christmas. It is December 16th. How's that? So, um, I am excited about the training tonight. I am streaming live into our Facebook group. Hello, Facebook group. Let me see if I can get that pulled up. And had a beautiful day today. I got to visit with my mom and make a couple little deliveries in her area. So it was a successful day. There's a lot of other little tidbits, but fun day. Always love getting to see my mama. So I started a training about 2 weeks ago where we talked about booking, and so I want to culminate that tonight with the next step. I guess there's many next steps because in Mary Kay world, once you have a booking, a lot of chain reaction should be happening, could be happening, prayerfully is happening. Success should be happening, and even if it's not, we're learning and we're growing. So we're going to talk about that. I was hoping we'd have some people on live. There are some people sick. There's people already getting their travel plans together to get out of town. There's a lot going on. So it's okay. We're going to go in here and we're going to share. And I'm going to share some product secrets. Let's see. And I was going to have a Q&A session, but depending on if anybody's in here, then we will maybe do a Q&A. Maybe somebody jumps on a little later. We can do that. So um, I am, I had to learn some lessons the hard way, and I hope and pray that if you are excited about 2026, being your year to really get a grip on this thing called my Mary Kay business. I'm ready to make money with it. That needs to be like a question you have to answer to for yourself. Am I really wanting to make money with my Mary Kay business? Am I really wanting to develop a strong customer base? And notice I didn't put a number on that. It's just strong. A strong, what does that mean to you? Everybody, that means something different to everyone. But a strong customer base. Am I wanting to build a team so I have that extra underpinning of income coming in? And the promise of more income in the future through growing that strong customer base and a team. Okay, so I would love for you over the next couple of weeks, take some time. They always say to set goals, to assess where you're at, to really fully understand, what you want to do and get your head clear. You really must leave your comfort zone. Rich people go to another country and, and go to a spa and they don't do any sightseeing and they hover in and they do the hot yoga and whatever. Some of us maybe not going to do that for whatever reason, but we can get in our car with a trusty notepad and a pencil or a pen and some highlighters and go sit at a free park in your town at a park bench under some trees, sit and pray and meditate, write down some things you're happy about with your Mary Kay business, write some things you're disappointed with, write some things that you weren't willing to do yet. Write some of those that analyze where you're at, go over that and decide what you're ready to do. One of the lessons I had the hardest to learn was when it came to holding appointments um, to grow my business. Okay. So, can you do one on one facials virtually or in person and grow your business? Absolutely. You can. But for those of us who really want to have that option to support ourselves one day with this business, who have bigger goals, maybe you're ready to jump in to stardom and you want to be a star consultant. Maybe you're ready to do Princess Court this year, and there's still time to do that. Maybe you're ready to be the Jules Queen of Sales once a month. Maybe you're ready to build up your Squares program. You know, you've been consistently doing 7 to 10, and you're ready to do 20 per month for the next 6 months till our seminar year ends on June 30th. Maybe that's your goal. Whatever your goal is, but you're ready to take it to the next level. The fastest way to do that is with parties. Parties do not have to be big. 3 people is a party. Adults who don't have another consultant who are 18 years or older. And that's a low threshold. We obviously know whoever's gathered around that table can really dictate what your success rate is at that party and your future bookings. So that's a conversation for another day. But let's say you're holding parties and you're really doing it well and you're not really getting the income you thought you would. It's time to reach to me and let's assess. Either you need to tweak a skill or we need to get into a different group of people. Sometimes that happens. Just a little heads up there. So when I was ready to really take this party thing seriously, I really came into this not liking people. I'm just being really real right now. And so it took me a little while to just fall in love with being around people and understanding and the dynamics of the group. I always had one-on-one friends. So this was a big learning curve for me, just understanding people and how to work with groups of people. I didn't have a group in in high school. I didn't have that. So this is a pretty much and probably mostly emotional issues that probably contributed to that. But I got ready. I was determined to be a sales director, and my sales director told me to be a sales director, you need to be having some parties and grow your business that way because it'll grow it faster. You'll see more recruit prospects faster. And then when people jump on your team, here's the truth of it. When people jump in your team and they do it through one of your parties, they're going to expect to get on your team and do parties. And they're going to be excited about doing parties. And you'll probably recruit people who love parties because you're recruiting them from a party. So it all works together. I hope that all makes sense. So, first thing I had to do is I had to get a grip on coaching and second, I had to find the hostess program that worked for me. And I will tell you that I did the coaching thing first and I ran with it, became a sales director, and I still wasn't super excited about our hostess program. I don't like percentages because I'm not a math person. And I was like, if I go into a store and they say to me, everything's 10% off, I don't know what that means. But if they have a little price tag and it says the dress was and it's this, then I get excited. Okay. And so that's the way I am. So the reality was I was thinking we tend to put our thoughts onto other people. Not right, it's not good, it's not healthy, and hopefully we'll get past that. But when it came to my hostess program, I needed to be even more excited about my hostess program. So after I became a sales director and we built a room onto our house for my Mary Kay business, there was a hotshot, amazing woman coming through town to she was building to national, and she had future directors that were attending my meetings. So she came to my meeting to debut our new meeting room and everything at our house. It was just amazing. And so she shared with me her hostess program. So without further ado, I'm going to share that with you. And I know I've been babbling on. I hope you're still listening. If you're listening to the recording, or I know there's nobody on Facebook yet that I can see. Now that doesn't mean. We have 3 comments in here. Let me turn this down. So I have Sandra and Carolyn, my two. Oh, now she loves people. Yes, I do. My two girls. Oh, love you, precious, precious, precious. Thank you, thank you. So I'm going to share. I'm going to share with you my current hostess program, and I'm pretty sure I opened it. Oh, it's down here. And I love this hostess program because they can get free products by doing parts of it. They don't have to do the whole thing. And I feel like that gives people wiggle room. I think it's also very concrete. They can find things that they feel comfortable working on. And then if the other things kind of fall into place, great. If not, it's okay. So let me screen share this because it's called a shot at 100. Shot at 100 and free Mary Kay products. And again, it's like super, let's see if it's going to show. Yeah, there it is. It's super cut and dry. No fancy footwork, no shell game. They know what to do to get what they want to get. Okay. So $20 in free Mary Kay when they hold their party on the original scheduled date and time. Okay. What I do is I tell them that before we book their party. So we make sure we get a date they really want to hold. No switching around. They switch it around, they lose 20 bucks right off the top. Okay. Super easy, right? Right, Sandy? Um, when they have 5 guests that are 18 years or older and don't already have a consultant, they get another 20 bucks in free Mary Kay. Those are some things they can really control because I help them. Okay. 20 bucks in free Mary Kay when they have 300 or more in party sales, including outside orders or pre-party sales. So they can, they go, if they work a day job or they go to church or their kids are in dance, they can, I give them a group of lookbooks and they hand those out and they get orders from that. They count as part of the sales. Many times because of this, I walk into parties and there's $100 or $200 in pre-sales before we even get started. Really great. $20 if you have $20 in free Mary Kay when you have 2 guests book a party. Okay. And then $20 when you give your opinion of the Mary Kay business with your consultant and her director. Okay, so if they do an interview with me and you, they get another $20 in free Mary Kay, and they can do that before or after the party. Okay, so that's how they're going to get $100 in free Mary Kay. Okay, so this is cut and dry, super easy, and I can share this with you. Now, how else do I make sure that this party goes well? So first of all, I get that party booked on the real date she wants to hold it. We talked about booking, how to book 2 weeks ago, okay? And all that material is in on our website, and I will point it out again here in a minute when we go back in. So the next thing I do is I make a contract with myself that I will coach that party. Do I do it 100% every time? Probably not, because I'm human, or maybe I've got a lot going on and it doesn't always happen. But don't give yourself an out. Don't give yourself an out too much. I'm just being human here. Sometimes, she wants to have a party and you don't want to miss out on that opportunity and you don't want to disappoint her and she's ready, but you've got a lot going on right then. This gets easier when I was holding 2 and 3 parties a week. I could juggle a lot of other things around it because it was a pattern. I had it on schedule and I hope to be there again soon. But I'm going to tell you, if I booked a party right now, this would be, I'd have to be on point. I'd have to really make myself on point. The one thing that held me back, and I'll be honest, was pre-coaching, pre-profiling the guest. And that was the one thing that made my parties a huge success. And I'm going to go over it in front of you just like this, just my normal way of doing it. And then I'm going to show you some materials. Okay. that you can refer to. So the first thing I do is I get that guest list. I bribe the cootie. I bribe her with another additional item. I offer a specific thing. If I know her well, I know what she wants. I'm willing to give her an amazing Mary Kay product, one product item, free in charge, not half price, none of that, just to get that guest list. Because I'm asking her for at least 20 names and phone numbers. Okay. And these days and times, the last few I've done, we did them in a group text. Okay. And I ask her, please invite them first. I tell them what to say. I say, hey, this is Nancy, and I'm going to be having a Mary Kay party on December 20th. And my Mary Kay girl is awesome. She is not high pressure in sales, but she will provide us a fun girlfriend time together. Are you interested in receiving an invitation? And then they say yes. And then I've sent her a text to text them. And the text is basically details of the party, time, date, all of that. Tell them when they confirm, then they'll go into the party group text. Okay. And then once they're in the party group text, she has shared with me their name and phone number. Okay. And I will welcome them to the party group text, and then I go into a separate text and personally text them. Now, if this is all a Facebook party, now I'm going to be doing this all through Messenger. Okay, so it's either Facebook, Messenger, or it's for me, or it's going to be through text message. So I text them and say, welcome to the party text group. I'm excited that you're interested in coming. I don't make it sound like they are coming, that, they're definitely coming, because they're probably, yeah, I think I'm interested. They're probably really not 100% sold. Just be real with yourself and understand that if something different comes along, they might go to it. That's the reason we invite 20. Okay. When we invite 20 and we get about 10 in that text group, about 5 show up. It's half, half, half. Okay. So then I get them in the separate, and I introduce myself and say, this is Jeannie. I want to make sure that we had a chance to connect. Are you more comfortable texting or on a phone call? I have 3 questions I need to ask you before the party so that I can have your place set up for the party in advance. It'll save us a lot of time and we'll have way more fun. I say all of that, yes, whether it's on a phone call. Now, sometimes I still calling people. Most of the time it's on text. So I've shared this with her, and she's like, I'm available right now. Call me. A lot of them people want to hear voices. They're tired of texting. They're really tired of texting. So then I call them, and then I just say, first of all, which introduce myself again and say, it's so great to hear your voice. And I say to them real quick, I say, how do you know Nancy? Oh, we're coworkers. We've been coworkers for 20 years. Oh my goodness, I bet you got some stories to tell. I love Nancy. She's such a hoot. We kind of do that little bond thing real quick. And then I change right back to the subject. I keep on subject. I say, what is your skin type? Is it normal? And I say it separately: normal, dry, combination, a little oily in the center, or is it oily all over? She tells me her skin type. Great. Then I ask, are you ivory or light skin toned? Or are you medium, beige? Or are you a beautiful bronze? Which one do you fall in? And they tell me their skin tone. Okay. And then last but not least, I say, are there any issues going on with your skin that you would like to share before I come? So when I set up your tree, I can keep those things in mind. I might have something special to share with you specifically. And then by the time I've asked those questions, they're usually ready to reveal. Okay. And it's, oh, I have breakouts during that time of month, or whatever it is. They tell us that. What that does is gives you a chance to research it, get into our website, go in and learn about that situation, or even call some of your sister consultants who have more experience to get help with that. We're my own time. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you what happens. Let's say I'm driving to that party. It's a drive party, or I'm getting set up for the Zoom call or Facebook or whatever. That day, I have the list of yeses, the couple of maybes. I have out to the side their skin type and any special notes that in that conversation came up. Okay. During the day, I'm going to, and especially driving, if I'm driving to or right the half an hour right before that virtual appointment, I'm going to be saying their names. So I'll go through just the list of names. Again, sometimes I've texted them, sometimes I've messaged them, sometimes I've called them and heard their voice. It doesn't matter. If you rehearse that list of names leading up to that party, even the hostess, always put the hostess name on there because sometimes I can go brain dead and she can be a best friend crap practically. It's crazy. So Nancy, Mary, Joni, da da da. Nancy, Mary, Joni, da da da. Nancy, Mary, Joni, da da da. Okay. They walk in. We introduce ourselves again face to face, and I have them for the night. Now, I have terrible short-term memory. I've always struggled in taking tests. That has worked for me in this. So I'm just sharing that tip. The other thing is, because whether we've texted, messengered, or phone called, whatever we've done to go over and ask the questions about their skin, when they come on board, the market's already warm. And let me share what that means. You can have a cold market where people sit and go, what's this Mary Kay lady trying to sell me tonight? Or you can have, I'm so excited to be here. Now, did you bring that something special for my monthly breakouts? I can't wait to see that. And they call you by name. They walk in the door, say, where's Jeannie? I can't wait to meet her. Yeah. Now, for somebody who's shy, basically, and don't like groups, especially meeting them all at once, and now they come in the door looking for me and asking for my name and can't wait to meet me. And we already have some kind of connection that, that can make her want to see me. Oh my goodness. We're halfway there. I've already got the trays filled on the table with all the products. Yeah. I've already got, now I carry big inventory, but I mean, not that huge, but I already have a roll-up bag for everybody there. I have under their placemat, I have a printout of all the sets that I'm going to show that night. And it has their roll-up bag featured on it. So like all the products. So we'll go over that coming up. But they walk in and everything looks super professional. I have taught my hostess how to do satin hands and what to say, like how to rub it into their cuticles. And the longer you massage in the hand softening cream, then it's going to, hand softener, it's going to really soften those dead surface cells. So the exfoliant's going to, it's going to take it all off. Da, 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 da. So I teach her all about that and how they can use it on their feet and their hands, their elbows and everything. Make sure they do it if they're can do it all the way, blah, blah, blah. So I have her pamper them at the kitchen sink. I stand at the kitchen counter beside her so I can hear. And I do the stripe test with their CC cream right there. And then I go to their tray and I have them write on their profile card that they're filling out what color their CC cream is, and I score it in their tray. So by the time we're ready to sit down, everybody's had their satin hands done. They've grabbed something to drink and they have their stripe test. We're ready to go. Food is served afterwards and they don't get a lookbook until they leave. It goes in their product bag. Okay. But I show the roll-up bag and everybody has their own roll-up bag that they get at the end when I close. How can I do everybody's roll-up bag? Because I pre-profile them. I know what they are. I even ask them, do you enjoy scent? Throw it in when I get a chance. Do you enjoy scents? Yes or no, maybe. And that'll kind of tell me whether they're going to want, because my roll-up bag includes the satin hands, of course. I know whether they're going to want white tea and citrus or fragrance-free before we even get started, right? So let me boil this back. Coaching is the important part. So if I'm getting guest lists and I'm talking to all her folk before this happens, don't you know we have multiple reasons to connect throughout that time? You should only book parties typically only 2 weeks in advance. Sometimes it's further out, but typically 2 weeks. So in that 2 weeks, the first 10 days, you're probably going to talk every other day. And then right down to it, you're going to talk every day. And it's like, check in. This one's coming. This one can't. This one was coming, but she can't come. But she's going to book a party and she's going to be one of your two. Okay, I talked to her about your hostess credit, and she's willing to be one of the two bookings for your party. So we're going to go ahead and count that. We just need one more when I come. You know, the gals that wanted to come but can't, why don't we book a second party with you and you invite them? You can be your second hostess, and that'll go ahead and give you $20 in your free product. Oftentimes, my second is the leftover people who didn't come the first time, that were interested, they were excited, they just couldn't come at that particular date, right? So that's another reason to really get that number up. Most of my hostesses, when I really tell them and explain to them why the numbers are so important, they go ahead and invite 30. Most people know 30 or 40 people they can invite. So it gets them excited. They feel inspired, they feel on board, they feel part of what's happening. They don't feel abstract from it. They feel engaged. They feel tied in. They feel like there's a win for them. The more $20 in a free product they get, the more they win. So it's exciting. It's exciting for them. So let me go into our website. Of course, you know, our $1 million website, I tell you, it's just amazing. And I'm going to share with you on the same page where we, I'm going to scroll up. So when you go to booking and coaching tools, that's where you're going to get everything that I've talked about these 2 weeks, talking about hostessing parties, growing your business much, much quicker, and growing your people skills. There's so many things that happen out of the party. It's you bless your community. You know, invariably there's somebody that comes that maybe can't buy much, but you pampered them for a night. You know, and if the girls there know it, they gift them a few things. You can throw in an extra freebie, and they walk out. I've had times where we've done big parties where there's $700-800 in sales, and the girls get together and buy her a cleanser and moisturizer, and you throw in her CC cream. Like, there's things like that, beautiful things that happen at parties. Beautiful. When you get good at this, your only downfall, people love coming to my parties because I play games and stuff, which I'm going to talk about as we progress through this training. What happens is they get too many people coming. And then I have to have assistants there and stuff like that. And then I have to start like pulling it down. But so remember, we talked about the percentages, the catalyst. You must get these bookings going, and to get the bookings going, you just need to work through these numbers, because 80% of sales are made, or bookings. You can replace the word sales. 80% of bookings are made after the 5th to 12th contact. That's with the same person, not I made 12 phone calls and now I've got a booking. No. That's the same person. So until somebody tells me don't call me anymore, or I get into that 8th and 9th call, I'm going to be like, and she says, call back. It's just not a good time. Call me back. You know, she keeps saying call back, and I'll stop her after a little while and go, hey, I just want to confirm. You really, really want me to call you? If you're not interested in this, I don't want to bug you. And I want this to be fun. I want this to be fun. Is it better for me to call you back in a couple of days, like we've talked about, or should I wait another month and call you back? And give her an out, you know? So do it like that. Okay, watch this video. It's powerful. Here's the booking plan. These are folders. Like packets that you open up. So click on them, and it'll open up. All these videos are very, very helpful in holding parties and such, and booking and coaching. booking, and coaching, why to book, how to book, what kinds of things to book. Okay, so here's the Power Coaching Plan. This is, I didn't read through this, but I can guarantee you it's going to have a lot of what I just said in it, because I was taught by Mary Kay people. This is built, see, booking and hostess program, getting the guest list, inviting the guest, pre-profiling the guest, confirming the guest, all of that's right here. A list of what to do, your checklist for the party. Here are scripts, okay, and to work with people. But I've really shared a lot of details. I also have my scripts and documents. If you'd like to see those, I'm more than happy to share them. Some of them are a little antiquated because I created them. I went to multiple trainings, gathered information from Miss Shirley, from trainings I went to in Dallas, different fall advances under different nationals all over the country, like this person, and I just like pulled all this stuff together, and that's way. But some of the probably verbiage a little bit is, of course, it was done in the early 2000s, so times have changed a lot since then, but the format's there. So if you're interested in seeing mine, more than happy to share them. This has words like Canva. You can create invites on Canva. I don't have any of that in there, but you get the point. Um, and I want to say that as far as inviting, it goes into here to different ways to invite. But this is the Power Coaching Plan that I highly recommend you read through. I read through most of it, and it's very much like what I do. So that will be helpful for you. Invites. Now, you can put together a email invite that I highly recommend. Those are very, very effective. A text message invite. You can put it together like in a pic collage or Canva, so it's a picture. So it just stays together. She doesn't have to copy and paste anything. She just is sharing a picture with her friends. Okay. Um, and then say if you're willing, if you're interested in coming, I'd like to always put in there, we would like to add you to our party texting group that will be used limited in just as reminders. Okay. And so that's something that's really important, because you want to make sure that she's not adding people to a texting group that's not interested. If she's not comfortable with a texting group, then get her to a place where she's comfortable enough to where you and the guests individually can be in a text together. So it'd be the three of y'all, the hostess, the one guest, and you in a group with just the three of you. And that's how she can introduce you to her guest. And then you can take it from there, just like I said. And I always ask, are you more comfortable texting or on the phone? We can do it much faster on the phone. And they go, on the phone. I love getting them on the phone, because if I can get them to giggle, if I can get them to say yes, if I can get them, excited through my voice tone, it can make such a big, big difference. Um, some of my best customers are, when I think back of people I've delivered to, even in the last month, most of them are through a party. And some of them, the hostess have gone, moved away, and they've, this or that or another. I may not even have contact with the hostess anymore, but that the guests are there, and of course recruits. I have recruits through parties, grew my Mary Kay unit, and then beyond um, into cars and stuff like that with my parties. So get excited about the process of holding parties. And I would say get excited about, consider if you would like to consistently be a star, grow your business at any level. Let's say you have 20 customers and you want to build to 30 customers, okay, by say Easter or something like that. Consider setting a goal to hold 2 parties a month. 2 parties, that's every other week. That gives you a week in between each, gives you plenty of time to coach the next one. When you're coaching parties, you're still going to hold about half the parties, because, and I only say that because in the the time between the actual booking and getting the guest list, that's when it usually cancels if it's going to cancel. Okay. Now, once you get the guest list and you start going through and you are confirming everybody and all like that, as long as there's a bulk number of names, at least 15 to 20 names, preferably more than 20, then that holds, that can hold, that can hold. And then at the last minute, the day of, the elementary kid can come home from school with strep, and nobody wants to be in that house. So there's those kind of things. And that's the reason we always encourage everybody to book a couple of parties per week. It's because you're going to have about one a week hold. So understand, if you're booking, if you want to hold 2 per month, you're going to want to book at least 4 parties, at least maybe 5 to give yourself a little buffer. So book those 5 parties at the beginning of the month. There's even a saying in Mary Kay, 5 by 5 on Friday. We could say 5 by the 5th. I want to book 5 parties by the 5th of the month to be held during the month of January. Set yourself a goal, challenge yourself to do those things, and it will come to fruition. Okay. Last but not least, I think enough. I hope you're excited about coaching. I hope you're excited. Hope you learned something. I hope you buy into it, because once you do, your parties will be so fun because you'll be organized, you'll be prepared, you'll feel like you're really servicing people. You have time to at the party because all these little things have been taken care of before you even walk in the door. Okay. So last but not least, I'm going to share with everybody a little, let's see, where did I put it? Oh, I know, it's here. Okay, there's some changes to product line coming up. And let's see. This is not, y'all aren't supposed to know this, so this is a secret. Promise you'll keep the secret. Promise, promise. Okay. And these are product changes that are coming in the spring. Okay. Okay. Phasing out. You ready? Hold on to your hat. More phase outs. Time-wise moisture renewing gel mask. And that's due to low sales. Sales are going down globally. So they needed to remove that. Okay. Mary Kay Semi-Matte and Semi-Shine lipsticks in shades Berry Famous and Berry Couture. Now, we just did a whole berry thing in our live, and people love the berry. So that's very interesting. But these 2 berries are not selling well. The Mary Kay Palette Powder Brush, which we don't sell the pressed powder anymore, so kind of makes sense. And then the Mary Kay Palette Cheek Brush. Okay, so if you enjoy having those to give to your customers or to sell to your customers when they buy a palette to put their cheek in it, but they're going to carry it with them, I guess people are just not carrying and doing touch-ups like that. And they like that little cheek color brush, then stock up. Those aren't very expensive, so I would stock up on those. Okay, so let me share. And this again, these are secrets. Please don't tell anybody. I'm sure it's going to end up on the web somewhere. You're going to see it anyway. But Time-Wise Moisture Renewing Gel Mask has experienced reduced demand globally over the last several years. For customers interested in a masking experience with moisturizing benefits, we recommend trying the new Mary Kay Hydrating Cream Mask. Shh, you didn't hear that here. And then, of course, they have things to try. If they like the Berry Famous and Berry Couture, they're recommending crushed berry or appleberry. Okay, so there you have it. There's the new changes. Not too big, and it sounds like we've got a replacement for the one product, because I love to recommend our gel masks for people with rosacea or super ultra dry skin. So sounds like we're going to have a replacement for it. So don't panic. But if you do have some customers who are highly, highly dedicated to that gel mask, or maybe you are, then maybe stock up on a few, because right now all the nationals and all the directors know about these phase outs. So So they could sell out before their phase out is supposed to be it says here, pending inventory availability, phase outs will move to while supplies last on February 16th, 2026. Okay. So there's your secret. There's your secret. Okay. Do we have any questions or any thoughts on the chat line? Let's see. I don't see anything in here. And let me stop screen sharing. And again, those were secrets. So please, please, please sign up for our January Jumpstart. I shouldn't say please like I'm begging. I'm excited about it, and I know that we're going to have great training, great ideas, and it's going to be joyful growth. So we want to grow in joy, and we want to have a joyful attitude why we're seeking growth instead of it being grow, 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 you know? So I just really want to set the tone and the mood for the last 6 months of our seminar year as we rebuild. I know we're rebuilding. We're in a rebuilding mode. We're in grow mode. We are seeking new, and it's happening. I can see it happening. I have people reaching out. So, and interviews happening. So it's going to come together in the Lord's time. He's got a plan for us, and he wants to see us be successful, and because he knows that we will share with others. I'm super excited about this training. I hope you are too. I hope this will be something to launch some thoughts to prepare for 2026 and your success. God bless you for listening. If you're listening later, please give me feedback. Let me know that you've enjoyed these trainings. I'd love to know if you have questions about other topics or questions about the topic I covered tonight. And I appreciate Carolyn Graves and Sandra for watching on Facebook. And I'll look forward to seeing other questions there as well. Hope you have a great rest of your night. This is our last time together in a formal way here, if you will, formal way. Until Christmas, Merry Christmas, everyone. And I will be available. I am not shutting down business for sure. I'll be working. And so if you need me, please reach out. But have a super Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and safe time. Okay. God bless. And thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Sandy. And bye for now. Bye for now, everybody.